everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Pennyrile Park. Hey, Lise, what's going on?
Rocking and rolling on this bridge here. Woo.
One thing I forgot to mention, there's this plant out here which I never heard of until I came out here. It's called liverwort. And basically, it's a plant that helps with all kinds of ailments, from skin fungi to nail fungi. And it's even been, I guess it got its name from liver treatments, because they use it for people who have liver impairments. So again, you know, very Native American area with shelters that were used by them seasonally and used the way they should have been. This being the first trail town in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The fact you could camp here, whether it's horse camping, tent camping, in a lodge, or in a cottage. Honestly, guys, coming out to Dawson Springs, Kentucky, I think should be on your bucket list of things to do during the off season. And we'll come back and we'll do a couple more. I think there's going to be a couple parts, guys. So I hope you like and subscribe so you'll be alerted when those come out. And hey, follow us and interact with us, comment with us. If there's something out here that we missed, let us know. Or if there's a park in Kentucky that you'd like us to see, let us know. nature trail, the geology of the Pennyrile Forest. The landscape that this trail traverses is underlain by rocks, 310 to 320 million years old. These rocks were deposited during a geologic period known as the Pennsylvanian period. The dominant rock type is sandstone. This forms the cliffs that are found in this park. Shale underlines the gentler slopes. Some thin beds of coal and limestone are also found within the park boundaries. During the Pennsylvanian period, the place now called Kentucky was near the equator. The climate was warm and humid. It was a time just after a long erosional period during which the area was deeply incised by rivers. Global sea levels were rising and the deep stream valleys were being filled with sand. Insects and amphibious creatures lived here. The land was covered by fern-like plants that were very different from the plants that we see here today. The stream valleys filled quickly, and later the region was covered by delta mud and silt. The sea moved back and forth across the region. The presence of limestone beds today indicates that sometime during this period there were shallow seas here. At other times, well, the land was covered by densely vegetated swamps, which produced the beds of coal that are underneath the ground today. The deposits that filled the ancient river valleys became thick. Hard sandstone beds that have formed these steep cliffs are along the narrow stream valleys like the ones which are at the Lake Besher area. The delta deposits became the softer shale and the siltstone.
Melissa, and I'm here with my brother David. We're at Pennyrile Park. We have did a few of the little trails today. We are currently on the Indian Bluff Trail, and it's 0.25 miles. Its rating is easy. The trailhead is near the lodge parking area on the Cottage Golf. Now, the cool thing about this trail is there's an arch, and there's also shelters that people used along like 300 years ago to be safe from the weather and the water. So, because of the tendency of sandstone to form shelters or rock houses, early Native Americans made use of them as seasonal dwellings. They wrote swelling, sorry. The trail passes through a natural shelter, the largest on the park, which was home to as many as 8 to 12 persons recently as 300 years ago. It is at this point that the trail departs from the bluff line and descends to the valley floor, with the trail ending near the golf course entrance. So it's amazing. You got to come out here and check it out. It's a beautiful trail. And we found some of the trails and some of the shelters, but some of them are a little bit up too high for us to get to. We tried. My brother David tried to climb, and it was just too high. So, but there's like shelters below and above. But the shelters below are kind of small, so we kind of can't really. We'd be really cramped in there. But thank you, and have a good day.
How are you doing today? I'm glad you stopped by to take a visit with us. I'm here at Pennyrile State Forest in Dawson Springs, Kentucky with my sister Melissa. It's a very nice park. It's very unusual compared to some of the ones that we've done out here since I came out here from Indiana. We did a trail today called Clifty Creek, which is one of the other trails that we did today. And remember, my sister Melissa told you about the one we did earlier. The trail we took today was actually really kind of interesting, the last one we did. It was basically a lot of sandstone cliffs, and it turns out that between 200 and 300 million years ago, those cliffs and the pictures that you'll see throughout the video were actually seasonal homes for the Native American people here. They called the very last one that we called the Great Arch, because it's the largest one in the place, and they said that 8 to 12 people at a time can be in there, which is fantastic. As we all know, we weren't the first people here. But what the people who were here before us did made it quite nice. So the Clifty Creek Trail was only about a quarter of a mile. It was very easy, so there's a little bit of an incline here and there, but overall it was really worth it. What we see when you see the grandeur of nature and what it can do, it's absolutely freaking amazing. If you watch us, you know that when we were in Indiana and we did Turkey Run, you got to see some of the sandstone cliffs that are in this part of the world. Also, we got a chance to get pictures of the dam, and the dam was made by the Work Projects Administration, which is basically what became the Conservation Corps later on. One thing about them, either Conservation Corps or WPA, whichever you want to call them, because they ended up being both the same entity, is they built a lot of the parks that we go and enjoy every day. From the bridges to the lodge, when you saw the Pennyrile Lodge, that was all done with stone that was quarried from around here. And we got a little friend saying hi, so hi to you too, bud. So, I hope you enjoy this episode. One other thing about this, which is really kind of cool, because I've only been in Kentucky for a couple years now. Did you know that Dawson Springs was actually considered Kentucky's first trail town? And you know why they call it trail town? Because you come out here, you want to go bike riding, it's here. You want to go boating, it's here. You want to go ATVing, it's here. You want to go bike riding, it's here. And here at Pennyrile, we have beaches, we have cottages, which we will come back to in another episode. We tried to cover as much as we could here, but there's a lot to cover. Just like when we did Land Between the Lakes. As always, thank you for spending time with us, and I'll see you in the next campground of America. Have a great day and a wonderful weekend, everyone. Love you all.